sub is either um, there's a voice actor
Mm-hmm.
that I like in it,
Mm-hmm.
or um, you know, reading dub. Some dubbed or some sub anime, the subtitles are like crazy fast, like
I
for no
agree.
fucking reason.
I agree. Now, don't get me
Like,
wrong. I love I love dub, Uh, but I have literally zero problems with watching sub or dub.
yeah, no. The only reason I would watch dub over sub would be for a voice actor or if I'm eating, because it's hard to fucking like,
Yeah.
dip my chicken nugs in like my buffalo spicy buffalo ranch sauce, and then I miss like 5 lines of dialogue if it's a fast sub.
That's true. Yeah.
But if I'm watching, I could watch. It doesn't matter what the hell I'm doing if it's Sword Art Online the first 3 seasons, because with all the flashbacks, I'm not missing anything. It's like, oh hey, a flashback, cool. I can eat. Let me read a couple chapters of a book. Maybe like grab a shower, come back 4 episodes later, the flashback's over, and I'm good to go.
Okay. I see that. The only time I find it to be a problem for me personally is, um, say we'll use One Piece for instance. I've watched 720 episodes. No, I've watched 650 episodes dubbed, and then they stopped dubbing it. I mean, they didn't stop; they just haven't caught up yet. Now I'm like 100 episodes in subbed, so it's like it was a huge change. You get used to certain voices.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. I did the same thing with Hunter x Hunter, and
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter was another one. Yep.
there's I think there's like 5 or 6 anime I've just transitioned over because I wanted to keep watching it. Naruto is one of them.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball will never be one of them, and I will just never watch Super until it's completely dubbed, and that just won't happen. So
Really?
yeah, I cannot watch. Goku.
Yeah, his when he
Yeah.
does his Kamehameha.
Yep. Like the only person that sounds okay subbed in the DBZ universe is Frieza.
Yeah, sounds about right, honestly. Like voice pitch and tone. So, there's sub and dub. Okay. Okay. Since you talked about Dragon Ball, is Dragon Ball getting carried away with the new forms? What do you think about that? Its new forms and such as like God Key and
I think Dragon Ball has lost its vision, and now they're just beating a dead horse.
they're just throwing
All
stuff
the
at a wall,
games-
seeing what will
all
stick.
the games that come out are fucking rehash of like after the Frieza arc or right before the Cell. Like they just do the same like four seasons of the TV show that used to be on Tsunami all the time, and then like, or even with Super, like Super, they just tweet like old episodes before they get into new stuff. Like, just start with the new stuff, man.
Yeah.
Anyone that's watching it isn't gonna care. Like, I don't need to see whatever. Like, just hit me with the sauce. I want it in my face, and it makes it hard. Like, I don't know. I have just a big issue. I mean, I have a big issue with flashbacks.
Yeah.
And,
Oh
like,
yeah.
unneeded like dialogue.
I agree. Just filler dialogue. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to make they create a new arc, and they're like, oh man, this isn't enough for a full episode. Throw this in, throw this in, throw this in, throw this in. Now sometimes it's needed, just to like throw two and two together, but not every other episode.
Yep.
Especially when they're like in a fight or something like that, fighting somebody from the past.
A good example of a long ass fight that didn't need to be that long was Kakashi. I mean, granted, I really dig it, but Kakashi's Abusa. Like they
That
like,
was a little bit too long.
They it's like 7 episodes long.
You're right.
And that's not even including Naruto and Sasuke freeing Kakashi. It's just
Right.
literally like Sade Ude Sida say Sade. Next
Yeah,
time on Naruto,
yeah.
Sade Ude Sida. Oh my goodness, he's in my mind. He knows what I'm gonna cast
Yeah.
before I cast it. Next time on Naruto.
The good old Sharingan.
Yeah. But no, that's I feel like that might be part of just kind of I don't want to say like an issue with like anime. I think it's just kind of like society, like even like video games will
Mhm.
like go over the top with just explaining stuff. Like, no, I don't want to do the tutorial. I just
You
want to
know
figure
that
it out.
you know what? Yeah, that is I agree. Like video games the past what? I'd say about what? 10, 15 years. They've been getting worse and worse with that,
Yep.
with
Just
the tutorials and stuff.
yeah. Now, if the game's like over the top hard, sure. If it's the 37th Souls game in the last 10 years, no, it's not needed.
Right.
Everyone who's playing it already knows. If I'm playing Dark Souls 15, I've played the other 14 to the point where my fingers blood. I just want to start playing the game.
Right.
I don't need to die to the first boss and then have somebody within the first 48 hours beat the first boss with, no gear, no armor, and roll through the entire game naked for a speed run and do a no death run. Like, no, I don't care.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, for real. Um. What do you think about the quality of the animation affecting the successfulness of the anime?
um,
Me personally, I think if they got a good story, cool characters, cool fight scenes, even if the fight scenes aren't that high quality, um,
so
I think it's okay.
a
Keep that
huge.
CGI shit away from me, though.
I was just gonna say the fucking Netflix,
Yeah.
the
What was
Netflix
it?
animation.
What's the perfect? Oh my gosh,
Ajin,
Kagura.
Knights of Sidonia.
Yeah, there's that one.
Um, the Ajin series that's on Netflix. Uh, Another one that's a little fucking wonky is actually Ragnarok.
Oh,
Records of Ragnarok is a little weird in my
yeah.
opinion. It's
I
not the CGI, but it's like we
it is
started to
weird.
animate it and then gave up.
Yeah, it was like wasn't that Paramount that did that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a Paramount Netflix like partnership. I thought that was
It was
cool that
big
they
bad. That's all I can tell you.
uh one of the worst ones. Now the CGI was cool with Zoids, but I think that's because it was like back in the day, you know.
Yeah, it was, older,
Mm-hmm.
like an older CGI movie that I think was terrible when it first came out, but now it's not too bad, would be like Beowulf.
Yeah.
But the CGI that's in like the Resident Evil movies, on top of those movies just being atrocious, the special effects is terrible.
Right. Kengan Ashura. That was the one I was thinking of. Such a good story.
Oh
Such a
yes.
good. Everything's good about it until
Like
they
the
start that.
super violent Baki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's awesome. I think Baki
Even
started doing
Baki.
CGI.
Well, it will like flip like between scenes, like in the middle of a fight, it will be animated, like
Yeah.
hand drawn or whatever,
And if
and
it
then it
goes too
switches to
crazy,
CGI.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the
yeah.
too crazy stuff, like really fast, crazy stuff. They'll go to CGI. I didn't really like that. I don't think season one of Baki did that, or the original Baki. Well, the original
Yeah, I
Baki
don't think
wasn't
so.
CGI for sure.
No, Baki the Grappler wasn't.
Right.
It was old school. It was like borderline Mobile Suit Gundam old.
Take
Or
a
like
guess. How many anime have you watched? And I'm
fully,
not. Yeah, fully. Okay, we'll go with fully.
or at least
No,
5+ episodes.
we'll go with fully.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I might be selling myself short, but 50.
About 50.
Yeah, that's probably a modest number.
Yeah.
Nothing over the top. Nothing.
Right.
I mean, there's some that like,
I could
would
go
you
with the strong
consider
50.
would you consider Sword Art Online to be finished for me? I mean, I'm technically on Sword Art Alicization now, so
Yeah.
I mean, there's gray areas like that. Like, do you consider that finished, or you
Like
do I have three
like
episodes left in Underworld to watch before it's considered finished?
I mean, technically, yeah. Season finale.
So, but at the same time, I finished Sword Art because it's only 13 episodes long,
Right.
and then I watched Sword Art.
Okay, so if we're going like full blown, the whole shit and shebang series.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if you count filler, or watching every episode, I've never finished Naruto because I skipped filler.
Yeah.
On both.
Yeah, there is actually a lot of people that's done that. Come to find out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm
that's why
like
there's like 9 websites about it.
I'm like kind of offended, honestly. Like I watch all the filler.
No,
I,
no,
it,
they
it,
lost. They
it,
lost me with the dude with the flute. It
it's
got boring.
Mecha Naruto. You ever see Mecha Naruto?
No.
Oh my goodness, good. Glad you didn't. Yeah, Mecha Naruto was something else. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm probably around 50. I would probably put myself more towards 100, but I couldn't name them. I couldn't name them at all. So we're gonna get more. I don't know the word, but we're gonna get more serious with a question. Why is it that anime perpetually stereotypes women in a way that pushes women away from anime, and it forces the anime communities to be filled with obsolete incels?
That is a very, very good question.
Short answer: sex sells. Honestly, like,
yeah,
I would say
fandom
that
animes are moderately popular, and the animation quality of an anime over a hentai, they have a bigger budget, so it looks better, but they also have to have it be able to be aired on television.
right.
So, but I think part of it could very well, and I could be completely wrong in this statement, but I think it could just be with just like the culture of like Japan. Like I know that there's not an age of consent or anything like that, so it's just kind of like a hey, we're used to it then, and then
Okay.
that's where they're made, so it's normal for them, but not so normal over here.
Okay.
So, but it's also just the world itself, I think, is transitioning from older generations where, you could unfortunately get away with being kind of a dirtbag. And
yeah.
now today's society, like, there's the whole Me Too movement and the BLM movement, like stuff like that just kind of shows, hey, 30 years ago, it kind of sucked to be a minority.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And then it's just, I don't know. Like, I just think, like you said, sex sells, but it's definitely, I think it's a culture thing, and then it's just somebody taking it too far.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, hey, this is kind of normal for the wind to blow, and because our, the schoolgirl uniforms over there, the skirts are short. So if the wind blows really hard, you could see somebody's panties, and they just put it in because that's normal to them. And then some people are like, oh, nosebleed. And they're like, holy shit, this was really popular because the panty scene. Let's make a whole anime about it.
Oh, yeah, right.
So.
Why aren't there more friendly anime for like all types of people to be into? Why do the creators of the anime have to push the sexual presence to make anime more inviting to creeps? I think we kind of answered that.
Yeah.
There are more friendly animes. There is a lot of friendly animes. You want something that pulls on your heartstrings?
Your Lie in April.
Your Lie in April. That's exactly what I was going to say. That is easily one of my top animes. Because
that's in my top 10.
Yeah, it's easily in my top animes for sure.
And then, like, On the other end of the spectrum, though, something that's extremely not safe for other people. That's also my top 10, just because it's so much of like a mental like thought. Like I just so Your Lie, finished it for the first time and then instantly started watching it again, and then I finished it a second time. So I watched it back to back. But another anime I did that with, the only other anime I've ever done that with, is extremely sexualized, and that's Devilman Crybaby on Netflix.
Okay.
But if you've seen it, the way it ends, I was like, you fucking what? No way. Like I pieced my fucking mind back together after it was blown, and watched it again. Like I didn't even mean to. I just started watching it.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
No, it's worth it. It's like 13 episodes, I think.
Devilman Crybaby?
Yep.
I think I have it
Devilman
saved.
Crybaby.
Write that down. Yeah, so and then follow up to that same series of questions with such compelling stories, for example, like Naruto, that makes you cry and pulls on your heartstrings. Why the need for the sexual undertone, especially when most of the animes are based off of underage people? When they have such a good story, there's no need for that. I think we pretty much covered that. The creep, the culture.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if there's no age of consent, then it's not, you're still kind of,
yeah,
still kind of pervy, but it's not a child
honestly, just
molester.
look into it and look into it yourself if you want to get your girlfriend into it, because the follow-up question is, I'd like to get my girlfriend into anime, but she's not going to like most of them because of all that. I understand.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that are like that, and there's not you cannot like that 100%. Like, there's a lot of people that don't mind it. Like, I don't watch One Piece for the small bathing suits or the big racks or anything like that. I watch One Piece.
That's totally why I watch it. I'm on episode 1.
Right. I watch One Piece because of the story. Yes, that is in there, and that is arguably the biggest anime in the world, still, no matter what. There is a lot of anime that you can watch that doesn't have the sexual presence. Matter of fact, I could probably come up with a list of at least 10 animes. I could DM you. But let's move on to a different fun question. So, will Luffy ever become king of the pirates?
No, because then they'd stop making money.
This is true.
Having a show that's lasted fucking way too long.
Has it though? Do you feel the same way about The Simpsons?
Yeah, I do actually.
You do?
Yeah, The
Why?
Simpsons have gone on way too long.
So you just kind of like let it die?
Yeah, everything. So, to quote one of the world's greatest butlers, you either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain. And The Simpsons is definitely the villain of, like, even South Park. Like South Park, even though they do
Easy, bud.
like
Tread lightly.
Semi like modern content, it just no. You have something good, just know when to stop. Like, don't.
I think that's what a lot of
Don't
anime
overdo it.
do. I think a lot of those short animes, like the 12-episode animes, they won't go too far.
Yeah, no,
they're
I
like,
think-
here's short, sweet, and to the point. We're not going to make any more because we can't make it as good as this 12-episode series or this 24-episode series.
Yeah, or they realize, hey, we told our story. There isn't any real gaps other than the gaps that we want our fan base to go, hey, what do you think happened here? Instead of, you want to know what happened here? Here's 36 filler episodes in a row while we wait for the artist to finish the manga so we can continue the main story.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
unpopular opinion.
Could you name 5 intros and 5 outros? I couldn't name them, but I could tell you some of my favorites.
I could just give you 10 intros because they're better than outros.
This is the point where I need a little soundboard with crickets.
Mr. Outros are better than intros. Get out of here.
Did I actually say, like...
You did actually say that.
I thought I said some outros
No,
are better than intros.
You said outros are better than intros.
I think that's because there was some outros that I liked way better than all the intros, and I was just getting tired of the intros for a while. Which I never get tired of intros. I always watch intros. And...
I skip them. Reasoning?
Taking applications for a podcast guy.
Reasoning is time efficiency.
This
Like
is
I
true.
normally watch.
Okay, so
I normally watch anime when I'm on lunch at work,
Yeah.
and the ending of the anime is anywhere from 90 seconds, 3 minutes of either "Hey, next time," or "Hey, let's watch Happy Bake a Pie," or "Hey," like
Okay, yeah.
stuff I don't care about, and then there's
Right.
90 seconds for an intro.
Yeah. I agree.
So
When I'm speed watching, I skip. Yes. I would
Yeah,
at least if it's a new anime, I'll watch it for the first couple episodes. I'll watch the intro and the outro just to see if
Oh,
it's
I'll
cool
watch
or
it.
not.
yeah, I'll watch it
like-
for the first time.
Like when me, you, and Ike was watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
yeah,
Like we was like, no, play this shit. This is our stuff, man. Like this was awesome.
That was actually one of the. If I had to list 5 and 5, that was one of.
Yeah,
was gonna
that would
be
have been one of
the
mine.
only anime that was in both.
Yep. That'd have
And
been one of
then,
mine. God of High School for me.
Yep.
With Tyler Carter.
That's probably number 1 for me. I
Um,
think that's just so good.
Wind, Naruto, outro for me. There's what is it? It's all gonna be a lot of Naruto for me, but I'd have to think back. I honestly forgot more anime than I remember. One of the top forever always is gonna be one of my top favorite forever always is gonna be Yu Yu Hakusho.
One of mine for sure is Flyers by Bradio.
What?
Which
Flyers by what?
Bradio?
Radio.
It's literally radio with a B.
Is that an anime? Or is that
No,
like
it's an intro.
Oh, okay.
For an anime that I've told you for years to watch, and you still haven't watched it. Can you guess that anime?
No,
What?
I have no idea.
1. A. Parasite. B. Death Parade. C. Tank Girl. D. All of the above.
E.
Yeah. Yeah. Over here giving me flack. You ain't never watched Death Parade. 13 episodes. Excellent anime. Super awesome intro.
It is now written
one of the
down, good
most-
sir.
It is by. The intro is by one of the most soulful Japanese bands I've ever heard to this date.
Parasite. I started watching it and then I got into One Piece. That's what happened there. But you know, it's only been like 6 years.
Unfortunate.
Do you think an anime would be successful if it was placed in a historical setting?
Yeah, there's successful animes placed in.
Yeah, I was going to say there is like historical animes that are. Okay, so I'm going to need a little bit more to that question. What do you mean historical settings?
Like anything like
Like, are we talking like World War II era, or are we talking like literal, like
yeah, I think anything
Game of
like-
Thrones type stuff, or
No, I think anything that has taken place in history, like clock. I'm trying to think. Now, see, it's not necessarily the ones I've seen. I'm sure I'm drawing a blank, but the ones I've seen usually don't like follow history to a T. Like it's a spin-off of history.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one. It's like the Clockwork something. It's on Amazon Prime, and then another one that's actually on Amazon Prime. Vinland Saga. You know, watch an anime about Vikings, but they all speak Japanese, and you're reading English subtitles. If that's not the weirdest thing I've ever done, I don't know what is, because it's pretty weird.
What's that one called?
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga.
It's really good, but it's taken me a while to watch it, because normally when I watch anime, I'm eating or I'm at work eating on lunch. So, and it's only subbed, but
Between 2020 and 2021, what has been your number one anime?
I would actually have to look that up. Because, like, I haven't finished God of High School, but,
Ouch.
well, I was watching as the episodes were coming out, and then, didn't have Crunchyroll anymore.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, due to moving and stuff. But,
Oh, right.
If not that, I have to say, I mean, I really like Jujutsu Kaisen, but I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've watched that I like
Demon
better
Slayer.
than that. No, Demon Slayer wouldn't be it for me.
Yeah, I like Jujutsu better than Demon Slayer. Honestly, I like Demon Slayer. Don't get me wrong.
I feel like Demon Slayer is a little overhyped.
I want to say One Piece for me, but it's still an ongoing series, and I'm not caught up with any part of it at all. I still got like 300 episodes or something like that. It's the one I've been obsessed with the most. I've literally haven't been watching any other anime but One Piece. I watch at least 2 episodes a day just to get it done. Since last Christmas, I've been watching One Piece every day. And
It's rough, man.
well, I want to get caught up, and I do actually enjoy it. And there is some arcs that are just cringe, and some of the stuff that they do in that anime is just really, really cringe. But other than One Piece, I would have to say Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen would be my number one. Any fight scenes that stand out for you?
Man. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I mean, like, there's
that's rough to remember, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Jujutsu has a lot of good ones. Maybe just the whole Forest of Demons in Demon Slayer, where like each like followed character is fighting a different family member of the demon.
Oh, that Demon Slayer, all those fight scenes, like pretty much all of them were really awesome.
Yeah, Mugen Train's fight scene.
Oh, okay, there you go.
The fire Hirashia or whatever.
I've yet to finish it.
No, and you got on me.
We're gonna go ahead and write that one down as well.
You know what's funny? I actually googled anime of 2020. IMDb best animes of 2020. Number 1, Jujutsu Kaisen. Number 2, The God of High School.
Forgot about the God of High School. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that final fight in God of High School. Yeah, that trumps everything. Another one you need to watch is Tower of God. It's pretty good. Now, it's not on the same caliber as like God of High School or Jujutsu, but Tower of God's pretty good.
See, that's one I need to finish too, but I don't. See, I wish this list would, just give me like all the anime that came out instead of just with like pictures. Yeah, that list is in Japanese. It's like they just blur together. Like, I don't like to really watch anime as it comes out. I like to be able to binge it.
That's kind of how I am too. That's another reason why I'm watching One Piece so hard, because there's like 7, 8, 9. There's 12 animes that I'm letting like catch up. That way I could go through each one. Boruto's one. There's been some amazing stuff going on in Boruto. Whew. What's your favorite villain of all time in anime?
Just throw a question on a guy like that, you know. No. Ah, man, favorite villain, Dio.
Dio? Okay, so I'm gonna spit some truth bombs here. Never watched it.
I know. I already knew. So
I think I've seen more clips of JoJo's than One Piece. I could put two together.
Base, man.
Yeah.
And it's not overly and it's not like super over the top with like fan service.
Right.
Like it's kind of fan servicey with the guys, but at the same time it's kind of the art style and how they're drawn.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I like that art style. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta watch it, I guess.
I recommend it, but I also recommend weird ass movies. Best movie of 2021 so far that I've watched. It didn't even come out in 2021, but best movie I've watched in 2021 is Dave Builds a Maze.
Best
It's
movie
on Amazon
of 2021 is Dave Builds a Maze.
Yep, it's on Amazon Prime and on Shudder. That's how you can watch it through Prime, so it has ads. But oh my goodness, dude! So this guy, his girlfriend goes out of town for the weekend. He spends the entire weekend building a cardboard maze in the middle of the living room. Well, it looks like a cardboard fort. Like it's literally maybe like 3 feet by like 2 feet high.
Okay.
But he breaks the concept of reality inside of it, and it is a giant labyrinth that is patrolled by an evil cardboard minotaur, and everything he created comes to life. Like he was making origami birds out of cardboard, and now they're alive. And you can die in the maze, and you turn into arts and crafts when you die.
Wait. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, it's trippy. I watched it with Greg and Josie, and they thought it was dumb at first. And then Greg was like, "Yep, I like this."
Yup. I think that's gonna do it for now. Honestly, this has been a first for me. I know this has been a first for you. This was definitely a nice break from the whole streaming life.
Yeah.
Just sitting around talking about anime, and hopefully we can just keep this going. You know, if we're lucky.
Yeah, I think
if we're lucky, maybe once a week.
Yeah, I'm down for it. So
that would be great.
Even when I'm down in North Carolina, I might not have video, or it might be poor because it'd be my phone, but
that's okay. I could just bring your emblem up, you know. I could just bring your emblem up and then bring.
Oh, that's what we need to do.
Because we're not going live, you know. We're just doing recordings. I could have Salty step in or something like that if you can't do it, you know.
How dare you?
Well, no, I'm not going to replace you. Now, listen here. This is something that I wanted to talk to you about, okay?
I called you, and you're playing Fortnite, Save the World with Salty 6 years after I asked you, hounded you, told you I'd buy it for you.
You didn't buy it for me, though.
You didn't want me to because you wanted to play Battle Royale.
Battle Royale wasn't out yet.
No, it was. Because remember, it was solos, and we would hit X all at the same time to be in the same match, and then go find each other. We did that
I'm
twice.
pretty
me, you,
sure
and
there
I.
was like 4 months before Battle Royale came out that
Yeah, when
Fortnite
it
was
first
out.
came out. Yeah. But then
Yeah,
Battle Royale came out and it was just solos, and then they
right.
added. Then they
Duos
added
and
teams.
squads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we would queue up together by not actually queuing up, but just
Yeah,
hitting X
yep.
at the same time to be in the same lobby.
That was cool. I remember that. That was really fun.
And then we would all just stay like
Vanilla Fortnite Battle Royale.
just far enough away from each other. Yeah,
Just
that's
to
how I
make
have
it
that
look
one-
like it
that-
wasn't sus.
Yeah, I had that one clip where I won down at the jail in the bottom right.
With the revolver.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was the end of World War II.
You
The
were
world was
John
split into
Wick.
coal.
You were John Wick of Fortnite before he came to Fortnite.
Yeah, I was John Wick of Fortnite before John Wick was even out because I was impersonating Big Boss from Metal Gear.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. Yes. Oh man, that was good times. Very, very good times. No, but I wanted to spring an idea at you. So this page, it's going to be anime podcasts. This would be the podcast section, you know. But I think this page, I'm going to do reaction videos. We'll have reaction videos to certain things, not just anime, and tier lists. And something like, you know, like a tier list Tuesday, and, you know, something like cheesy like that.
I'll do that before that. I think that's actually really cool.
Yeah,
And then
that's what I thought. And then, like, you know, we could even do it while you're streaming, you know? You could just hop in a Discord call, do it while you're streaming. I want to bring other people in, too, to help. And I was thinking, like, who is the best bullshitter that I know besides Kyle? I was like, Brian, but he's preoccupied. I was like, okay, who else? And then Salty went, Badoop. I was like, Salty. We could literally sit there and talk about nothing for hours. Bring Salty in. Bring your best friend in. You know, Mr. Franklin himself. Sergeant Franklin.
Best friend.
Sergeant Franklin would like to be in some talks. Oh man, I'd like to see you guys argue about anime. Oh, it'd be beautiful. What content?
I'm not even gonna argue with him because he doesn't listen to reason.
No, he does not. No, but Ike, you know, bring Ike in for stuff like that. I thought it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I honestly think.
Just to fill content in.
Yeah, I think. With you being the host, I would definitely try to have some other people in, and then said like tier list Tuesdays would be more than just like mine and your tier list. It would be, you know, mine,
Yeah.
your Salty's, Akira. Like even if people can't make it, like Ike wouldn't be able to do a weekday podcast, so you'd have to pre-record on a
Yep.
weekend. So you'd have to double dip on a recording
Right.
1 week, but you know, you could fill him in somewhere or even have some clips of him
Yeah,
talking about stuff with you, or you could just, especially
absolutely.
with not doing it live, you can just do edits of like you asking the same questions and then my answers and then Akira's answers and then Salty's
Mhm.
answers. So and
Agreed.
then all of our different, I mean, we'll each attract different people based off of and have different villains
Yeah.
who hate us
Yep.
just because we you know,
No,
Black Rose
I
is
thought
better than Sword Art, but
I do not agree, but yes, I agree with with that. I thought that would be pretty cool. We could do like Discord calls. We could ask our communities that what we do have. You know, hey, you guys want to be in a podcast, YouTube video, something like that? You know, we could run polls on social media. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do with YouTube. You know. So I thought that would be pretty cool.
yeah.
Give it a shot. You know. Anyways, we will try this again as soon as we can, and I appreciate. Oh man, I appreciate everyone listening. means the world. This is going to be really fun. This is going to be a fun adventure. This is out of our comfort zone, definitely. Just shooting the shit is definitely in our comfort zone, but recording it is another story. Stay tuned for updates. Me and Kyle's social medias are linked in the YouTube page. That is Moshi Moshi Chat. Everything is linked in the page. Make sure you follow, subscribe, keep up with us. Let us know what you think. Shoot me an email. Call us dumb. I don't care. Let's just chat. Let's have a good chat.
Right, caused the last Great Ninja War.
And Jiraiya caused the last Great Ninja War. That's a good thing to end on.
More details on that next podcast.
Everybody, have a nice night.